There are many other scientists also who did a lot of work and slowly gradually improved the cell theory further and further, so that the cell theory can be acceptable universally. Right. Similarly, just as there are certain objections, there are certain exceptional cases also to which this cell theory cannot be applied. First of all, let us understand cell theory in one or two sentences again. According to the cell theory, every organism is made up of cells. We have already seen what is a cell. Cell is a biological unit. It is bounded by a plasma membrane. There is a nucleus. There are other cell organelles which are all embedded in the cytoplasm. What are the exceptional cases? Let us take an example. Say for example, there are organisms which do not have any nuclei at all. Look at the human erythrocyte. The human erythrocyte does not contain any nucleus at all, but yet it is a cell. Similarly, you look at the viruses. Viruses do not have any cytoplasm, viruses do not have a defined plasma membrane, and they definitely do not have any nucleus. So, where do we put the viruses? And still they do exist in the world. However, viruses are a class of organisms by themselves. They become activated, they become alive only when they come in contact with a living cell. So, this is a clear cut exceptional case where it is not applicable to the theory of cell. Similarly, there are cells which are multinucleated, not just one single nucleus, but there are several nuclei found within the same cell. Let us take a plant example. If you look at this picture of the fungus Rhizopus, then you will see that it has got several nuclei in it, and there is no particular demarcation of one nuclear region from the other nuclear region. Similarly, look at this picture. This picture is of a striated muscle fiber. Striated muscle fiber is also multinucleated. However, friends, all these exceptional cases are really modified versions of those cells. These cells have got modified depending upon their peculiar function that they have to carry out, depending upon the peculiar development that they undergo, so that they can carry out that particular function. Most of these modifications that have occurred as far as the multinucleated cells are concerned are due to either fusion of uninuclear cells or due to multiple nuclear division in the same cell.